Hello, my dear children. For the better understanding of geography lesson, the globe and maps, I, Mrs. Sunita D'Souza, present you a video based on this lesson. In this lesson, you will learn the meaning and uses of the globe, the meaning, types and uses of maps, and the important geographical symbols. So children, let's begin. The earth is geoid in shape and is represented by a globe. The satellite picture of the earth gives us a real shape of the earth, but we can see only one side of the earth. The globe gives us the view of other side also, since we rotate the globe as we want. So children, today we will learn what is a globe. The globe is a miniature model of the earth. It gives us information about many features and it is a simple teaching learning aid. It can be kept on the table and rotated. I hope you understood. Children, can you tell me what are the uses of a globe? The globe is useful to know the shape of the earth. It helps us to understand the position, shape, size of the continent, oceans and seas. The lines of latitudes and longitudes help us to locate places and political boundaries. Information about geographical features such as mountains, plateaus, rivers, plains, deserts, islands, etc. we can get from these globes. Children, look at the globe. How it is? You can see the shape of the earth. It helps us to know the size of the continent, oceans as well as seas. Can you imagine the lines there, latitudes and longitudes, which help us to locate places and also the political boundaries. It gives us information about the seas, mountains, plateaus, rivers, deserts, etc. Children, now we will learn about maps. Maps are very essential and useful to get detailed information of a place, state or a country and also about other geographical features. Children, can you tell me what is a map? It is a diagrammatic representation of the whole earth or a part of it on a flat surface according to scale. A diagrammatic representation of the whole earth, part of it on a flat surface according to scale is a map. Then you will understand about cartography. What is cartography? The art of making maps is called cartography. I hope you have seen the Atlas book, isn't it, children? What is an atlas? The collection of various types of maps bound as a book is known as atlas. Again I say, the collection of various types of maps bound as a book is known as an atlas. So children, now we will learn about types of maps. Maps can be divided into two groups. One is maps based on scale and maps based on purpose. Again, the maps based on scale are divided into large scale maps and also small scale maps. Maps based on purpose are divided into physical maps, political maps and distribution maps. Large-scale maps are again divided into cadastral maps and topographical maps. The small-scale maps are classified into two types, wall maps and atlas maps. So now maps based on scale, in that we know two types, large scale maps and small scale maps. Large scale maps gives us the detailed information about small areas, and the small scale maps represent large areas such as world, continent and countries. In this again there are two types, wall maps and atlas. Wall maps are larger in size than the atlas. They can see us the information about political divisions, physical features, etc. The maps in the atlas are smaller in size, but they also give us some information. Maps based on purpose, already I said they are divided into three types. Physical maps such as mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, etc. And political maps, in this we can learn about states, countries, continents and their location, areas, etc. Again we have third one, the distribution map. These helps us to know the definite features such as land use, temperature, soil, rainfall, population, natural vegetation, crops, minerals, roads, waterways, etc. Children now will come to know about the components of a map. So the basic components of a good map are title, scale, latitudes and longitudes, the direction, last one is index or key. These are the components of a good map. First one is a title. Every map must have a subtitle. And the second one is a scale. A scale is a ratio between the distance on the map and the corresponding distance on the ground. And the third one is latitudes and longitudes. These are the imaginary lines located on the maps. We can understand the places, find the location and the distance between the places on the map. And the fourth one is direction. The direction is shown by a symbol of arrows with the letter N on the top. It shows the northern side. S on the bottom side. It says about the southern side. Then you can easily find the other directions also. And the fifth one is the index or the key. Various color symbols are used in index. Now we will learn about uses of maps. What are the uses of maps? Maps help us to locate places like towns, cities, districts, states, countries, continents, etc. It shows us the physical features such as mountains, plateaus, coastal areas, islands, etc. From this, we can understand the distribution of crops, minerals, industries, etc. And these maps guide the tourists to their destination. Maps are very good teaching learning aids in the classroom. They are very easy to carry anywhere. I hope you understood the uses of maps. Now we will learn about geographical symbols. A symbol is a sign, stands for an object. The symbols used in a map are same all over the world. The symbols gives us lot of information. From this topographical maps or symbols, we can understand the signs. Children, now we will learn about the importance of colors. When you look at the physical map, you can see different colors. These colors represent different physical features. First one is a blue color. Blue color represent the water bodies like oceans, seas, lakes and rivers. Then you can see the green color for lowlands and plains. Then next one is a yellow color which is used for islands or land higher than the plains. Then we can see the brown color is used in the map for hills and lower parts of mountains. Then you can see the dark brown color which is used for high mountains. Finally, you can see that the white color. This shows the snow-covered areas. So we can say colors are very important to recognize the places. Finally, we will learn about map reading. Map reading is a skill. We must know the skills of map reading. Map reading helps us to locate places, to find the direction and to find the distance on the map. I hope you understood this globe and maps lesson. Now let's recall it. Okay, what is a globe? The globe is a miniature model of the earth. Then we learnt about uses of a globe. Then again we learnt about maps. What do you mean by maps? A diagrammatic representation of the whole earth or part of it on a flat surface according to scale is called a map. Then we learnt about cartography. What do you mean by cartography? The art of making maps is called cartography. Then we learnt about atlas, the collection of various types of maps bound as a book is called as an atlas. Then we learnt about types of maps. In types of maps, there are two types. First is maps based on scale and the next one is maps based on purpose. Again, the maps based on scale are divided into two types, large scale maps and small scale maps. Maps based on purpose are divided into three groups. They are physical maps, political maps, distribution maps. Maps based on purpose, already I said, large scale maps, small scale maps. In large scale maps, there are two types. One is cadastral maps, second one is topographical maps. Then small scale maps are divided into two groups, I said. First one is wall maps and the second one is atlas maps. Then you learnt about components of a map. It contains the title, scale, latitudes, longitudes, direction and index. Then you learnt about the uses of maps. Maps are useful to know the or locate the places. Then they helps us to show the physical features. They helps us to understand the distribution of crops, minerals, industries, etc. Maps guides the tourist. Then these are very good teaching learning aids in the classroom. They are very easy to carry. Then we learned about geographical symbols. What do you mean by a symbol, children? A symbol is a sign. Then we learned about colors. There are different types of colors. The water body with blue color, then the lowlands with green color. Yellow is represented for highlands and brown color shows the picture of a mountain and the dark brown says about high mountains and white is mentioned for snow covered areas. I hope you understood the concept of these maps. Finally, we learnt about map reading. Map reading is a skill. It is useful to know the places, to find the direction and to find the distance. So, I hope you understood the lesson, dear children. Thank you very much.